you're a monopoly, and this isn't fair. Literally, the day before the congressional hearing, the day before, they launch a replica of Tile. This is where platform monopolies take advantage of that monopoly power, is by squeezing producers and then going a step further and actually directly competing with the producers.
Apple. Okay. All right. I mean, they're just really shooting themselves in the foot. So there's big congressional hearing all about app stores in Congress. Apple is like the clear target of all of these companies. By all of these companies, I mean companies like Spotify and Tile. You know, those tiles you can put on your stuff and they connect to the phone. That company. So they're testifying in front of Congress, right? And then what does Apple decide to do? The day before the hearings, issue like a mea culpa, issue like some kind of thing to take some heat off of themselves going into the hearings. No, they decide to launch a copycat of Tile. Apple AirTag is a Tile rival. Price, free engraving, Hermes accessories, privacy, and more. Literally, the day before the congressional hearing, the day before, they launch basically a replica of Tile. And I've got the video clip from the people at Tile. Maybe we can listen to a little bit of this. Basically, what Miss Daru says here is, Apple, you restricted us from using certain functions on the phone, right? So you prohibited us from using certain APIs. And then you launched a competitive product using those APIs. You're a monopoly, and this isn't fair. Let's watch a minute or so.
Tile helps people find lost items. Our devices work with the Tile app to help people find their keys, wallet, purse, really anything. We also embed our technology into third-party products like headphones, laptops, and wearables. We're a small company with less than 150 employees, but we pioneered this category and found success even in the face of significant competition, ranging from other startups to Fortune 50 companies. Much of our success relates both to world-class features and a commitment to both privacy and, importantly, interoperability. We believe consumers should have a seamless finding experience across any platform, including Android and iPhone.
And this is where platform monopolies get into trouble, is when they double dip. So it's one thing to squeeze your producers, your suppliers for margin, right? But as long as you squeeze all producers the same, then at least you're not playing favorites, right? Okay. Like, sure, you're taking advantage of your suppliers, but you're taking advantage of all suppliers. So it's not as bad, right? When you squeeze the suppliers and then you directly compete with the suppliers, that vertical integration, that directly competing with your suppliers dynamic, that's where you should at least get into trouble. Now, the government has been swinging and missing on this. Well, they haven't even really been trying to swing, but they've kind of like miffed. I don't even know if they didn't take a full swing. They were like warming up, getting ready to go at bat. And then, they were like stretching, and then they like pulled a muscle and tapped out from even going to bat. And then they kind of finally got to at bat, and then they like tried to bunt, and it's just not working out well. Now, it's for a variety of reasons. Corruption's definitely at the top of that list. And what I would call a nicer word, or a couple words, would be regulatory capture. That's called lobbying and money. But despite all of that, this is where platforms, whether it gets tried in the courts or Congress or wherever, this is where this is where platform monopolies take advantage of that monopoly power, is by squeezing producers and then going a step further and actually directly competing with the producers. We've seen Amazon do this a bunch of times, Amazon Basics. We covered that, that bag thing a couple episodes ago on the show, where they literally just made their own version of the bag. And they actually like named it the same thing too. And then they changed the name because the startup put out a great video calling out Amazon. So you see this all over the place. We see Google doing this. We see this all over the place. Actually, Facebook, not including Microsoft, because they're more B2B, and I think they've deliberately kind of shied away from some of the B2C stuff, except in gaming. But of the B2C facing FAMGA tech monopolies, Facebook actually has the least vertical integration where they're competing with their producers. They're completely overzealous on content censorship and regulation, also not okay. But actually, when you look at the vertical competition dynamic that I'm talking about, of the 4, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook's actually the best in that regard. Amazon, the worst. And then I'd say it's like a tie between Apple and Google. But that's what they're getting at. Apple, another bull, China shop, just destroying China all over the place. They just kicked the $5,000 China off the top shelf. Hi, I'm Alex. Thanks for watching the show. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. But even better, make sure to follow us on Odyssey, follow us on Rumble, and text us 203-646-5159. Text the word Monopoly. You'll be subscribed. You'll get updates about when we're going live, our latest videos, and we'll send you even a little goodie bag. And in the event that we all get banned from big tech, we'll still be connected.